with the Swiss Hunter, but I have to do a few things before we get started, okay? For one, I have to pull us out, and then I have to put us into another game, or into the lobby, and then I'm going to roll up. But I'm going to roll up while we're on stream here. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pause the stream, and not pause it, but I'm going to just mute my mic right quick, and I'll be right back. So bear with me.
Attention to the map.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And here they are threatening me to kick. Hey man, if you don't spawn in, we're gonna have to kick you. We don't like people who just sit in AFK. Realistically, I could have just got airborne. Yeah, I should have just went airborne. Oh, no automatic leveling. No automatic leveling. Whatever. Alright, 9 minutes. You'll be surprised how fast 9 minutes of fuel runs out of this thing. And I think we're damn near, like, got a full tank. Oh, no, we don't. By any means. We're gonna get a full tank right now. Probably gonna be a little bit more sluggish. Which is not a good thing in this thing, especially in this thing. I really do adore this thing. It's a very unique and it's just a very it's a different airframe. Like you can feel where like the drag is pretty much on this thing, but you can also tell like how much lift this thing can produce at low speeds. But that's not to say like, hey, we got a lot more fuel, we got things on our wings here, so like, you know, we're just like a big airplane. It's just to begin with. Like our engine bay is elongated, it's really long back there, right? Our wings are not the best airframe shape, but I mean they're decent, you know, as far as like a strike aircraft is. And you know, the intakes, you know, I think the intakes are pretty streamlined and pretty good, but I think it's just the problem with this thing is beyond the airframe, it's just heavy. It's just a really heavy, you know, it has like a heavy gun, the 30mm Aidens, I think. Obviously the engine and the fuel, obviously the fuel is in the wings, right? But I mean, it's just an all-around heavy aircraft, right? So that's one of this thing's downfall, and you can definitely feel it while you're flying, for sure. Let's go ahead and take off here. And I've said this before, man. I wish these cockpits were a bit more functional. And then I say that, and then somebody's like, "Oh, they are functional. You don't see the dials moving?" Like, yes, dude. Like, if people can just use their head a little bit, you'll be surprised how many people have said that to me after I've said, "Hey, man, I wish the cockpits were functional." What I mean by that is I wish they were like full fidelity. If in case I needed to clarify myself, I wish that there was like I wish you could interact with them. You know what I mean? I wish they were very, like, a little bit more interactive. Damn, bro, 300 miles an hour? Wow. Fun. But anyway, yeah, I thought we was on Sinai, but we're on this one. Apparently. And I guess this is a fairly new game. I don't know how many people is in the game right now, but yeah, we're playing what is this? Maginot Line. I don't play this map often. I don't really. So it's a cool map. It looks nice. It's just not a lot. It's just not a lot of terrain here for me to utilize, and so I just kind of stay away from it because of that. So we're gonna turn in. We got some speed here. Man, this thing at like low speed, like the roll rate and everything, it's just good. Like, and if y'all don't know like how or like when to use your roll and like your ailerons, all you do is use it in conjunction with like your rudder if you're in a dogfight, and it just makes you, or yeah, well, it helps you, but it makes you vector a certain direction while you have your nose down or like pointed in a certain direction. So like if my nose is pointed here, or like, matter of fact, if my nose is like kind of in like a slight climb, and say like somebody passes me from behind and we merge from behind, I can easily just vector myself just like this, and then pull myself downward. Obviously that didn't work like I'm trying to demonstrate, but pull myself downward, and what will end up happening is I will vector my canopy, my back on top of him, and then roll pretty much roll over him, like roll like on top of him. That's a way that you could do that and use it. But like if your nose is pointed down and you're gaining speed and you have energy to use, you can use it in conjunction with your rudder. Let me try to show you this right quick. My nose is pointed down. Somebody passes like right to left, and I need to vector here. I'm gonna use my rudder to continue vectoring myself just like this onto the enemy 6. I'm about to fucking G-lock and crash here, but you get what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, like that's how like they're not roller runs, they're ailerons. That's how you use your ailerons in conjunction with your rudder. If you're trying to just, vector yourself a certain direction. But anyway, I'm gonna roll up right quick. I'm gonna let y'all kind of enjoy this beautiful cockpit, even though it's not beautiful at all, while I roll up. It shouldn't take me no longer than, I don't know, 5 minutes, probably less than that. And then I'll get airborne here, and we'll do this thing. But pretty much the goal for this stream sortie is to I want to do this again. Actually, I actually need to get some bombs here, but the goal is to pretty much go bomb a battle. Like I'm supposed to go dive bomb, and I've seen how the Swiss bomb targets, or like bomb before. They'll come in at an angle. It's not like a steep dive. It's not like a steep dive or anything. They come in at an angle. And I've seen it been used with like other planes in like beside you, like kind of like in formation. But we don't have that. But I've seen it. I was like, man, that's interesting, because I don't think that's like a tactic for like an Air Force to like get into like a, it's not like a steep dive. It's more like a I would say more like a 60-degree angle, if that, maybe a 50-degree angle. It's between 60 and 40 degrees, so we'll just say like a 50-degree angle, right? And they'll come at that angle in a formation. It's more than likely like a line formation, and so they'll come in side by side, drop their bombs, and then pull off. and then whenever they pull it off, I don't know if they disperse or if they all go in the same direction, but they pull off, like kind of vertically, and yeah, and then I guess you'll pop flares on your way out, but that's how they did it, and but we obviously can't do that because we don't have a second hunter with bombs right now, so we probably gonna have to do that. Probably gonna have to do that another stream, and I'll be more than happy to try to demonstrate that. I actually would like to do it with the Iron Falcons. I don't know if y'all seen the videos that I've been putting out lately, but with the Iron Falcons, I've teamed up with them. It's a Swiss War Thunder flight team, and we do formations and shit. But I kind of want to try it with them to see how because they're very coordinated, very 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 coordinated. As far as like I probably wouldn't say like they're the most serious out of like the flight teams, but they are very like coordinated. You know what I mean? Whenever everybody's doing their thing correctly, we're very 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 coordinated. So, but anyway, I would like to kind of do that with them and see how that works out. I'm sure that would be fun. I might have to bring it up to them one day, but yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that one day. I also want to do like a sortie with the tornado. I wish the Swiss bought a tornado from Germany. I don't know why they didn't. It seems like the perfect air defense or like air superiority fighter, or not even like a fighter, but it just seems like the perfect jet for Switzerland. You know what I mean? Like I know that they was trying to go the small lightweight fighter jet type of thing, but they didn't want to go the subsonic route. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to they didn't want to buy like a bunch of trainer jets just to like make them into like combat effective jets. But yeah, I wish they bought a tornado. The tornado, if y'all don't know, it's a strike aircraft. It's not really a fighter, and it's a swept wing strike aircraft. So Switzerland, it's a small country, and the tornadoes, the radius of them, like the flight radius, like how far they can go after being refueled. I'm pretty sure it covers all of Switzerland plus some, like plus more, like a little bit of Germany, probably a little bit of France, probably all of France to be honest. But it covers damn sure all of Switzerland. So, but anyway, I don't know why they didn't do that, because they was looking for actually I didn't answer my own question. If I'm not mistaken, Switzerland and Sweden, they made some kind of like treaty or something to where if they did go to war, they didn't want to use bombs because they would be fighting on their own territory. So they didn't want to use bombs to limit civilian casualties. So they only pretty much bought fighters that could like do air superiority instead of like striking sorties, or like air to ground sorties and shit like that. So that could be a reason. And the tornado, I don't think can carry radar missiles. I don't think, at least like AMRAAMs. I don't even think it carried like a good radar for that type of thing. There's probably some variant that did that, but to my knowledge, I don't think any of the tornadoes that Switzerland was considering had that capability. So that's why they went with the F-18. Now, are there other fighters that the Swiss could have bought? I feel like yes, that's a little bit better, I would say, than the F-18. But why not? You know what I mean? You have an F-18, so like, or you have the opportunity to get an F-18, so why not get some F-18s? You know what I mean? Like, it's an F-18. Like, you can, if you need to land on a highway, you can do that. If you need to land on an adversary's aircraft carrier, you could do that. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense. Like it's just a multi role. It can do it all. You know what I mean? So I feel like they made a good choice when selecting the F-18 as their primary air defense or air superiority fighter. But at the same time, bro, like I feel like if they were to get a little bit of like variety, kind of like India, you know what I mean? How they have like the Rafales, the Su-30s, the MiGs, you know, all of the they got a little bit of everything, right? If Switzerland would have got like maybe one other jet for like I don't know, just for like HVT striking or something like that, just so like they can strike I don't know some kind of mountain. That way they can you know hit the mountain with a bomb or a Maverick can cause an avalanche or you know something along those lines. Because if you're not familiar with the Swiss and how they fight, they use the terrain to their advantage. They use the mountainous terrain. They use the body of water, like all the bodies of water to fight against whatever is trying to invade them. You know what I mean? So, and I kind of find that pretty special to me because that it kind of reminds me of how a guerrilla fighter, like how a guerrilla warrior fights. You know what I mean? A guerrilla fighter, it's kind of like brute tactics in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a very I don't want to call it like not coordinated, but it's very it's more or less like ambush tactics and like tactics to where it'll catch the enemy off guard because just simply because that you've lived in that area way longer. So like you know that area like the back of your hands. And I'm not just talking about Switzerland. I'm talking about this guerrilla warfare in general. You know what I mean? Like when you talk about guerrilla warfare, you have to be in a sense of okay, I'm on my side of the battlefield, but I can still be ambushed. You know what I mean? And I have to, and because I'm a guerrilla warrior fighting on my side of the battlefield, I have the authority to ambush the way you know what I mean. Like you're kind of fighting on your terms, and that's what Switzerland does. They kind of fight on their terms, and so I just kind of find that special to me because that's if I was to fight for like my individual protection, that's how I would fight. I would fight on my terms. I would fight in my woods, in my area. You know what I mean? Like I would fight on you know what I'm saying? Just on my terms, just simply like period point blank. But yeah, so you have to constantly be in a state of mind that I'm on the defensive, but at the same time, I can ambush just like they can ambush. But I can ambush better than they can because I've lived in this area and I know this area like the back of my hand. So that's kind of the idea behind, you know, Switzerland and guerrilla fighting and just, you know, fighting in the mountains and shit like that. Because, you know, it's one thing to be a guerrilla fighter. It's another thing to you know, a mountaineer and you know, a guy who fights in the mountains, you know, like a mountain specialist. But it's a whole other thing to be a fucking guerrilla fighter fighting in the mountains. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole nother beast right there. But I do adore that for sure. Like, I do find that very interesting. How you know you can booby trap like kind of like Vietnam. You know what I mean? Like you can booby trap different things, you know, like branches, tree branches, and you know, set it up for an ambush and shit like that, and they would never know what to look out for because they've never been in that area, like, or they never fought against that kind of adversary who's using defensive tactics offensively. You know what I mean? Like whenever you start using defensive tactics offensively, you know what I mean? Like that's a force to be reckoned with because now you're being defensive and offensive all at the same time, and you're fighting on your terms. So like you're turning all the cards against them. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I find very special about Swiss neutrality, and I definitely am inspired by that. You know what I mean? Like I definitely take notes when it comes to guerrilla fighting on your terms. You know what I mean? So, but hopefully that day never comes. I will be glad if that day never comes, but I'll also be glad whenever if that day does come because I'm prepared for it. You know what I mean? Like I'm mentally ready for it. I might not be physically or logistically ready for it, but I'm mentally ready for it. And so that's really what all that matters. But give me 2 seconds here. I know it's been longer than 5 minutes, and I've not been airborne yet, I believe so. But we're gonna get airborne here very shortly. Here, I just been yapping. So give me a brief moment here. Trying to get this dope rolled up so I can shut up. Cause if I don't smoke and if I'm not in the right headspace, man, I will yap my lips off. That's what I would do. But I guess talking is better than just sitting in silence looking at the same thing. You know what I mean? I should have grabbed that grinder. Cause this is a lot of weed. Oh no, not weed. This is I'm rolling up a cigarette. This is CGI. This is CGI cigarette right here. Absolutely faded. Nobody's on the enemy team. I'm dead. We'll find another game. Yup. Yodi gang. You feel me? But nah, I'm rolling this shit up, bro. This is like some black cherry runt CGI cigarette right here. And yeah, man, I'm the new Damian Luck, man. Damian Luck fell off. I'm back on. You know what I mean? And by the way, Damian Luck did not fall off. I feel like, bro, like he got something good going on, bro. Like, I feel like he got a child now. He got a girlfriend, a child. You know what I mean? So he's still getting views. So I wouldn't say he's falling off. Even though he said that a few weeks ago. I don't think he is, bro. I mean, just keep making shorts, dude. I mean, like he just gotta be kind of creative with the channel. But no, I don't think he was. I think he was just trolling whenever he said that, cause nigga, you got like fucking 1.5 million followers, bro. Like, you're not falling off, buddy. You just gotta be creative with the content you come out with. This guy, you smoke. If you just smoke in different locations, I mean, yeah, bro, that's one thing. Like, yeah, you can get views just by like chilling, smoking. You know what I mean? Just having a good time with your chat and just random people. But whenever you gotta think, man, like you do that time at a time, and then like you try to make this into like some kind of like fantasy land, right? Not saying it can't work, but it just gets kind of like old, and people looking for something new, bro. Like I feel like people was expecting like, hey man, like come pop out to this weed festival, you know what I mean? Da 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 da. Like if he did that shit like every week, I mean people would be like, you know what I mean? Like instead of like people don't want to come out to your fucking your community center just to clean up trash, bro. I mean people like doing stuff like that, but they like smoking, bro. That's what your channel was built on. Like you gotta understand the foundation of your channel. Like your channel is built on smoking. That's how people was entertained by your channel. They like to see you smoke and chill. They don't want to goddamn watch you make a video on going to your favorite community center cleaning up trash. People just throw trash out the window. You know what I mean? Like the world is their fucking trash can. But anyway, I just feel like, man, you know, if you make original content and you're creative with that original content, bro, you're good. You should be good. Alright, let's get everyone. We got 2 SU-25 and then the A5. So what I'm expecting out of this game is a lot of air-to-air, because there are possibly, what is it, this BR? There is possibly like some F105s, I think, F100s and F5s in the lobby, along with, what is that, 9-3 Israel. Because I'm not really worried about 9-3 Britain. I'm more worried about 9-3 like America. But I don't know, what is that 9-3 or like 10 or 10-0, what is that 10-0 Israel? No, I don't think a F4s are at this BR. I don't think. I don't know, but we gotta look out for them. And we're in the Swiss Hunter, and we are flying on behalf of Sinai. And I'm gonna go here, and we're gonna go strike Echo 2 with bombs, and we're gonna try to come in with bombs, bro, and try to like do the little dive bombing thing. Oh my goodness, it'd be horrendous. The reason why I say that is simply because the flight model on this thing is very, very strange. Oh, A10. Ooh, we're fighting A10s. Okay, that can definitely pose a threat. I'm not gonna lie, I could definitely pose a threat, but we are faster than him. But anyway, we're carrying 4 500-pound bombs. All right, let's keep that in mind. And there's 2 of them. So, so 2 right there equals 1,000. So we're carrying 2,000 pounds on each wing. No, excuse me. We're carrying 1,000 pounds on each wing, and so we got a total of 2,000 pounds of ordnance that we can drop on Echo 2, right? So hopefully we can get her done in RTB. We do not. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I have this, oh my God, I think I do have it. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I have it. Okay, so we have CCRP. Good, man. Okay. Wow, okay, we have CCRP. We're gonna take off. And so what this means pretty much is, because I have CCRP, instead of guessing where these bombs are gonna drop, because I don't have a like a reticle, I can make a steer point to Echo 2, and then rotate up, and then I can pretty much get in my my dive, and when I get in my dive, I can just wait until they release. Like they're gonna automatically release. I don't have to manually release them. So that's what we're gonna do, and hopefully we get some shacks here. All we have to do It's just pretty much stay on target and stay like kind of like level. We're gonna, and we're also gonna stay feet dry. We're not gonna touch the water. So I'm gonna stay on land. That's what that means. Feet dry means on land. Feet wet means on water, or above land or above water. And I think what I want to do as well is to just so I can make sure I stay I stay away from the AAA fire. Is I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to climb up to maybe 6,000. Yeah, maybe 6,000 feet, and then we can then whenever we get close enough, then we can start getting into our dive. So I'm gonna climb to 6,000 feet. We're already damn near at Mach. See, these are not bad, bro. Like, we're in Mach, and the energy retention is good.
Guide on me. Enemy has captured a zone.
And we should be able to do this pretty easily without any interruption, finally, because we're at the BR that we're at. Don't gotta worry about somebody fucking launching radar missiles at us as soon as we get too close. But anyway, Angel 6. Okay, we're getting close. Whenever I get in the grid zone, I'm getting into my dive and try to find the targets here. Okay, we're just now getting in their grid zone. I'm gonna put the nose down, try to find the fire. Okay, I think I see him. Alright, let's climb back up because I lost a lot of altitude there. Oh gosh, alright, here we go.
Attention to the map.
Okay, didn't get anything there, so I'm just gonna pull all the way up and go vertical. Hopefully they're not locking onto me here. And I'm just gonna try to
Attention to the map.
a little bit more difficult than I thought because I can't find them. They're right there. They're not shooting, so I can't really tell. But I think that's them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to roll. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to roll on top of them, dude. Still nothing. So they should be shooting at me now. Yeah, that's them, definitely. Are they like all dead or something? They're still shooting. Okay, well at least I found them now. I don't know how else to make these things drop here. Oh, there we go. One out. Okay, pickle. And you can see how I'm rolling and it just kind of uses the aileron too much. Hopefully that hit something. Yeah, I got a hit shack on that one. Okay. We're going to try to climb back up here. We might actually have to, we only found one. Okay. Oh, there's more bombs that were just dropped right there. Are those enemy? Those might be enemy just dropping bombs right there. Okay, we're coming in. We're gonna point the nose, level out here. Still nothing. Like, okay, aircraft did not like that approach. And I have to be super careful that I don't get too close, because I'm pretty sure there's still like AAA there. My steer point is still there. And then there's somebody coming in low right over it. I kind of want to see who this is. Gotta say, I'm a little bit intrigued on who this is. I don't know where he went though. I don't know where he went. Alright, we're gonna go vertical. We're gonna try to loop around. We got somebody in the cons here in front of us, coming from our side. So hopefully he's not hostile. And we're gonna try to drop down and right back on. Here's another guy flying over the battle here. Pickle. Man, I hate whenever it rolls like that, because I'm trying not to pull on. I'm trying my hardest to not just pull on the stick that hard. Another hit. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to adjust where my CCRP is. But the problem is, they're not showing up right here, and I think they just despawned. They're not showing up on the map though, which is the main issue. Okay, they're not despawned yet. I still see tracers. Pickle. I'm just gonna have to just keep sending them over there until something hits. I mean, to be fair, these are not the biggest bombs that I could be taking right now. Yeah, that's hitting too. They're just hitting beside them. Yeah, it's definitely AAA there still. That's a ZSU. I'm surprised he hasn't opened up on me yet. I'm getting pinged from my 12. And I got one last bomb to drop here. Alright, here we go. Pickle. Pickle times 4 is out. I don't know how I'm G-locked right now, but okay. Fine, it's fine. And another hit. As expected. Alright, oh, what was that? Oh, whoa. I'm in a cardboard box right now. Alright, there is something merging in the cons, right here. You see them? They just merged. So I'm gonna climb up there. And there's somebody pinging me to my left somewhere. But I'm gonna try to help this guy out, even though I don't have missiles. Oh, they killed him. Ooh, it's a Kernas too. Damn, man. I don't think I want to play around with that. Cause he definitely did shit on him. Now, I don't have any missiles to combat that, so I'm just gonna RTB. Oh, I'm going towards the wrong fucking place. Hold on, wait a minute. I am going the wrong direction. I thought I was headed back to base. I thought the F4 was headed to my base. That's why they merged, but anyway. We're going. We're out of here, man. Whew, man. Wow, what a game, man. So yeah, these are only the 500 pounders. So I'm pretty sure there's a 2,000 pounder. Like you can, I'm pretty sure you can carry two 2,000s on this thing. So I'm probably gonna do that, but I don't have them unlocked yet. So that's why we're using these. I think if I was using the 2,000 pounder, I think that would have hit. And it would have actually did a little bit more damage. This game is having a lot of problems right now for me. Alright, I'm gonna keep this altitude, but I'm going to go with 0% throttle. I hate that we don't have automatic leveling, because I was going to go to automatic leveling and just kind of just look at the clouds and stay at this altitude as we descend. Because as long as we put the nose towards where we want to go, like the base right there, we're just going to descend. But if I was on automatic leveling, if I pointed my nose there, it would just put the nose back up. So we're going to try to keep the nose there, level the plane out, and just pretty much just glide over there. And right now we have 10,000 feet of energy. That's what I like to call it. Because I can literally use this energy to get me in a dive. And pretty much just coast all the way over there to the base. As long as that Pipper is sitting on top of that airfield, I'm good. It's very hard though, because I'm trying to multitask and keep this plane level at the same time, but and now I'm letting go of the stick, and you can see it's just going all the way down, 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 baby, down, down, baby. Pick it back up. They're just coasting, man. All the way back to base. Now, if I put the nose back up, then I coast a little bit better with the, especially with the flaps now, because they're going below 400. So with the flaps, that helps a lot with balancing the aircraft, because there's more. Well, honestly, I don't know if producing more lift, but I guess that levels the ailerons, I guess, which helps the plane. Alright, put the nose down just so we can drop more altitude, because we're getting closer. And as soon as we level out, actually I'm gonna pop the air brakes now. As soon as we level out, we should lose all of that speed that we just gained here. And see if we can go below 200 and before we put the gear out, because the gear apparently doesn't like it whenever we put it out at like 300 miles an hour. Which I believe that these planes were made to do, but could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know who tested all of these planes to see if their gear is somebody from Gaiden tested all of these planes to see if their gear can open above 300 miles an hour, and that's a fact. That's a proven fact. If y'all didn't know, They literally hired somebody from Gaijin to test all of these. I'm not gonna make the fucking runway. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm still going. Holy shit. Bro, the brakes on this thing, dude. Holy shit. Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, so they literally hired somebody from Gaijin to go test and see the exact speed at which you can at which the gear will break. Being so serious. That's how much Gaijin loves us. They literally hire people to go test shit for us. Like the guy that they hire, he literally sits in the plane itself, even if it's a paper plane. He literally sits in the plane and he literally tests how fast can you go before the gear breaks. I'm telling you that, and that's his only job. That's it's literally his only job. How do I know this? Because I was him. That was my job before I got fired. By the way, gentlemen, or ladies, or whatever, whoever's in the stream, this was supposed to be the end of the stream by now. Like, as soon as I land, I'm done. But, I'm not really, I think I'll take off one more time just so I can actually get like a kill. Technically, I did what I came to do, which was drop my bombs on that battle. Even though I didn't get any hits, I still or any kills, I still dropped them and RTB'd and made it home safe. But I think I'm gonna take off one more time. I'm gonna do one more sortie since I didn't die, and then I'm going to bring missiles this time, so that way we can actually start looking for a fight and get that fight that we was looking for in that first game that we played. So just give me a couple seconds here. I'm gonna keep yapping while I roll up, and then I'll take off whenever I spark up here. Just give me 2 seconds. I still gotta break this shit down. By the way, CGI. I mean, y'all can't see it, but this is still CGI right now. This is not real. This is not drugs. This is not real. It's not. This stream isn't even real. Yeah. This stream isn't even real. Couldn't say that in the UK or else I'll get fucking arrested. But I really do hate it for people who live in like Canada and Britain, because it's kind of sad, man. They don't have the freedom that Americans have, yet they still claim, democracy is, important in every nation and yada 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 yada. What makes your country great, bro? Because it's definitely not the politics. Let's put it like that. And I'm not speaking about just one country. I'm talking about every country. People gotta come to that realization that what makes a country great isn't the politics behind it. It's literally what the country was built on, the foundation it was built on, the principles that it was built on. You know what I mean? Political aside, or politically speaking aside, just sheer like morals of a country, what a country stands on. And they don't go back on that by any means. You know what I mean? Like, just for example, here you got America saying, democracy, the home of democracy, right? We send money, tax money that we work hard for, to foreign countries just so they can abuse it and abuse the shit that we give them just for, their own political sake or economic sake. And we continue to do that. Israel, Ukraine, Japan, Thailand. I mean, you name the country, bro. Whatever we are affiliated with, we sit up here and say we're the home of democracy, da 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 da. But yet these countries that we sit up here and aid and babysit, they don't believe in our democracy. They don't believe in any democracy. You know what I mean? They have their own version of democracy. So it's like you can't sit up here and indoctrinate something that a country was not built on. You can't sit up here and preach to somebody that you can't sit up here and preach to an atheist whenever an atheist don't believe or doesn't have faith to begin with. You know what I mean? So it's like the same principle lies politically. You know what I mean? Like we say home of democracy. Democracy is for everybody. But yet these countries that sit up here and agree and agree with that, they don't believe in our democracy. You know what I mean? They don't believe in any of our political standpoints. So it's like, but we're kind of like not the scapegoat of it. I feel like the scapegoat is probably Israel of the whole thing. If we're talking about politically speaking, probably. I mean, politically, literally, whatever. Probably it's all Israel. But anyway, it's like you look at it and it's like, man, it's like corruption is literally within every nation. But yet the same cycle still is very prominent with all these countries. You know what I mean? With they all kind of like exploit. They all kind of exploit us in a way, in some way. It might be different, but it's still an exploitation of our, I guess, democracy. And so you got all these countries yelling this shit, but yeah, you got places like Britain and Ukraine. I'm gonna give you an example with Ukraine. For example, you go to Ukraine, people videotaping all of these Ukrainian guys, you know, kidnapping and capturing civilian men, taking them from their families, but whenever somebody records them doing that, oh, they all of a sudden don't like that. They don't like you recording them doing their war crimes and shit like that. But they talk about, oh, we need democracy in Ukraine. Okay, same thing with Britain, bro. You got Britain going on, Britain and yeah, pretty much Britain, Ukraine, and you know all these places that have imminent conflict among them. They all have this standpoint on, hey man, like, you know, if you record this or that, you know what I mean, like, you know, we can take you to jail, or we can fine you, we can fine you just for saying this or recording that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not democracy, bro. Like, democracy dwells, I feel like, only in America. You know what I mean? That's what the country was built on. Japan wasn't built on that. Ukraine wasn't built on that. Britain wasn't built on that. None of these nations was built on that but America. But yet we still try to sit up here and force it upon these nations and indoctrinate it upon these nations as if they need it. They don't need it. They need their own form of fucking government system. Fucking Britain is still using kings and queens to today. A Catholic nation. You know what I mean? The government was once the Catholic Church, for fuck's sake. And yet we still trying to indoctrinate democracy upon these nations. It's fucking retarded, bro. But you know, I'm yapping too much. I need to get up in the air right quick and finish this game. Hello? Who's in here? What's up, bro? Oh yeah, bro. I'm on stream, man. I'm just yapping on stream right now, bro. Nah, man, I just be yapping. I need to smoke, bro. Whenever I don't smoke, man, I start yapping too much. I start talking about. Hell yeah, man. I'm smoking some black runts right now. Black cherry. Yeah, some black cherry runts. It's pretty good. It's pretty tasty. It's really tasty. I was just saying that it's more like I got like a cotton candy aftertaste. I don't know if it's the shit that I eat, like, and I got that, like, I still have that taste on my tongue, or like I drink and then I smoke afterwards, that kind of gives me like all these tastes and shit like that. But it's kind of like a cigar, bro. Huh? Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like a cigar, bro. Like, you know how you smoke a cigar and you get like chocolate and cinnamon and like nuttiness and kind of like a woody. It's I love cigars, bro. I love cigars. But but yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to do that. That's one experience I want to have. I love candelas. Candela cigars are probably my favorite. Really nice.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Oh yeah, I was Forza, man. I seen everybody been playing that lately. Okay. Okay, okay. How's the tuning? Nah, man. If you got the tuning, they got drag racing in that game, right? Does it work? Like the parachute? Oh, really, bro? Come on.
Attention to the map.
Why do they wait? Like, okay, make these games, right? And you would think that they have the same mechanics in the last game they made. You would think that they'll make some of this shit functional. You know what I mean? Like you would think that they would put the time and thought if they're releasing a fifth one, Forza 5, right? This is the fifth game that they made, right? You would you would think that they implement these mechanics, but I mean, I guess they just more focused on like the gameplay, like the core gameplay and like the graphics and shit like that. But you would think that they make this shit kind of. Yeah, I mean, I seen that a while ago. Oh, okay. Oh, they got the cover for it out and shit.
Returning to the base.
That's when my brother got out of jail. He gets out. Well, he gets out like in a couple months, like maybe 4 or 5. No, like 6 months now. But no, it's 7 months. Excuse me, it's 7 months. Damn. But I guess whenever he gets out, he'll have something to play, something new to play. What you mean? Oh, they did. Oh, I thought this was new. What you mean? What? So why is everybody playing it now? Oh, right. Okay, it just came out on PlayStation 4. Okay, or PlayStation 5. I get it now. I thought it'd been out cause whenever I was playing Xbox One, I was playing the Forza 4 at that time. So I thought Forza 5 was a new game that just came out. But okay, that's funny. Okay, so Forza 6. Okay, so Forza 6 is they that should have like some functional shit. Hopefully, you would think it would.
Move after me. Heading to the base.
Okay, okay. This shit is super sticky. I'm playing Sim right now, man. I'm playing what's this 10-0 9-7. But then I was doing a one take. I do these. I'm starting to do these streams called one take sorties. It's like where it's like they take 10 to 20 minutes to do, and I only do one sortie and then I end the stream. And I end the stream if I die, and I end the stream if I land. So, you know, it's kind of like a live action, kind of like a like Growling Sidewinder video. It's kind of like a live action one of those things, but on War Thunder. And I'm playing the Swiss Hunter right now. Uh, right now the stream is well the theme of the stream is Swiss Swiss hunter stops fascist aggression. You know what I mean? Can't really say communist aggression because I mean, it's communism still exists and people get their feelings hurt or whatever. Huh? Yeah. We all hate fascism. I feel like, or at least you should as a human. Yeah, yeah. Extremist groups, yeah, but not politically. Yeah, pretty much. Yep, Jews. I mean, nowadays I'm starting to believe I'm more of a Nazi now, to be honest. But who knows? I mean, just the way the world is going, bro. It doesn't look too bright. You know what I mean? So, I'm not saying like hatred dwells within me. I mean, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I look at the world and I kind of despise the way it's going, and I kind of hate it. But the world is not for me, right? The world is that's not owed to me, and I don't owe the world anything. So, yeah. Oh, that's good, man. I like small towns and shit like that. Traditional places. Yeah. As they should. Any fucking a society or country or city for that matter should run itself. I don't think it should be ran by any political person or entity or like government or anything. To me, I feel like we live better as a society with less government. But I'm not saying no government. I'm just saying there's less government and more of the people's decision. You know what I mean? Because right now we select the people who are in office now, and then they make the ultimate decision. You know what I mean? It's not like they come to us and say, "Hey, should we do this? Do we?" Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, nah, we ultimately make the decision on who makes the decision. You know what I mean? And that right there, I don't agree with. But anyway, okay, okay, that's what's up. Why don't y'all get two fish for two? I don't know, a fucking tuna or something. Some salmon? Mackerel? Oh my god, I love me some fucking mackerel. I love me some catfish, man. Oh, fucking A, some red snappers. Don't get me started on fish, man. I love me some fish. I don't, I don't, I don't go fishing. I'm not saying I don't like going fishing. I like fishing. That's unfortunate.
On me!
But we've gone so far away from being self-reliant as at not only as like a society, but just individual like families. We've gone so far away from being self-reliant. We always go to the grocery store for for food and shit like that. We don't know what's in that food, bro. I feel like grocery stores are should be only for like toilet paper, those kind of necessities that you need, like dish detergent. You know what I mean? Like there should be some kind of people and the convenience the convenience is making us too complacent. I feel like, bro. I'm a big believer on self-reliance, so I feel like to some extent everybody should own a garden. You know what I mean? Everybody should own some kind of plot of You know what I mean? Like, even though we don't have acres of land, everybody should want to own some kind of like garden to take care of. But people don't do that now. Everybody want to go to the store, buy their meat, grind. You know what I'm saying? People used to butcher their own meat and grind it themselves with a fucking what is it? It's not a hatchet. What is it? A fucking butchers use to, yeah, cleaver. People used to do that shit. People don't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I know what you mean too. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know. That's exactly. 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 The FDA does not like you, and they always lie to you. You know what I mean? And there's a reason why. It's a reason why our foods are banned in several countries. Now I say that to say this: if I go anywhere in Europe, it's gonna be Switzerland first. That's the first place. I don't want to go. No, bro. I just like Switzerland. Like I just got like a natural like attraction to Switzerland for some reason. Like I don't know why. I just love Switzerland, but I'm black, so I have to say something about Africa too, right? I like Angola. I'm very attracted to Angola. Like, I don't know if that's where my roots are, but I feel like Angola just speaks to me. Like this looking at the scenery and the places and shit. I feel like I've been there before. And the same way is with Switzerland. Like I feel like I've been in Switzerland before for some reason, but I don't know. Maybe it's just heaven. Maybe it's just too much like heaven or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly. I know, bro. It's like one of the richest countries in Africa, though, bro. Bro, look it up, bro. Look it up, bro. I'm not saying it's the richest, but it's one of them. They definitely got some shit out there in their city, but um what's that place called, the Arab Emirates or whatnot, bro? That place does. Yeah, bro, doesn't that place just have like a bunch of like princes and shit in there, like Arab princes and fucking from oil and shit, right? Exactly, exactly. So there's more natural resources in the Middle East and Angola and in Africa and just in the Middle East alone than in Europe. Yeah, hell yeah, man. And I don't. What happened?
The enemy is winning. We've got to
Bro, we're
counterattack.
about to go to war with China, bro. Hope everybody understands that. That's what's boiling right now. That's what's on the line, bro. See, see, we all we all look at this and we all don't want it to happen, but ultimately, bro, what's been happening since the Cold War, bro. It's been a Cold War era. I don't think the Cold War era never left or ever left, bro. It just never went hot. So like when I see tariffs going on with China, when I see all this like going back and forth, this arms race with China, it makes me think that, hey, man, we don't have all of this technology against China for no reason, or Russia. Russia already has their hands full. You know what I mean? So like they're fighting against the whole fucking NATO. They are. That's just the truth. What do you think the Chinese are doing now, bro? They're preparing for war. They're preparing for war with Thailand and Japan, bro. And that's in the ideal world. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's not be naive. Let's not be naive, bro. Okay, and what if, and okay, so they can't nuke us back? So they can't nuke us back? Don't even be biased, man. Let's not be biased or naive in this situation, bro. Let's be open to all the possibilities here, bro. For one, if we do launch missiles over there, what's not to say they don't launch missiles back? Okay, missiles. If we know anything about War Thunder, we know everything about War Thunder, right? Right. So we know that missiles, by nature, have a hit percentage. They don't hit all the damn time, right? Some of them get intercepted, some of them get through, some of them just don't even, get to the fucking target. They just blow up midair. That's in the nature of a missile. Shit happens. So the fact that's the facts right there that we know, we can't just sit up here and assume that, oh, we can wipe out China in 3 days or a day. Because who's not to say they can't wipe us out in 3 days or a day? Mutually armed destruction. Mutually assured armed destruction, whatever the fucking saying is. It's a real thing. Yeah. Okay, so why is that? India and Pakistan, bro. Y'all really think? Man, stop the damn cap, man. They don't got no motherfucking decommission. Man, stop the cap, bro. Man, look, bro. If they got decommissioned missiles, so does Iran. And we all know what the hell Iran been doing with their fucking time. That shit is just crazy. Too much. Yeah, man. It's a sad situation, bro, this whole thing, but to me, bro, all I know is something is going to happen. And it's best to be prepared for it than to be down bad and act like nothing's going to happen when something is possible, very possible to happen to us today or tomorrow or in the next week, next month, next year. It doesn't fucking matter when it's going to happen. It's a possibility that it can happen. And that's all that matters. All that should matter. Just be prepared for it. Be ready for it. You know what I mean? So you have less tears and less worries whenever it does happen. That's the way I look at the situation. I hate walking into situations unprepared, something, and then the shit happens and I'm down bad and I'm now I'm looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Like, damn, I should have had this, I should have had that. That would have came in clutch if I had that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had this come. I encourage you to look at the Bible, man. If you feel like that, bro, I will definitely encourage you to read the Bible and read and specifically read. I'm not telling you that you're atheist. I'm just saying specifically read the Revelations, and that right there, you will find your answer as to why you want to keep living at all times and preserve and keep preserving life, even if it means other people's life. You want to keep. You have to, for one, look, read it. Not only in the Revelation, but in the first page of the Bible, whenever it talks about Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply. There is always going to be life dwelling on earth. It doesn't matter if it's ruled by Satan or not. You know what I mean? There's always should be life, some kind of form of life or presence on earth. You shouldn't be the downfall of that. Okay, if you okay, say for instance, you stay in that bunker, and like you just said, everything is fine now, right? You go out your bunker, radiation proof or whatever. Now you're probably like one of the only people in that area, right? All of the animals are probably dying off. They probably got radiation or whatever. But in that time and moment, because you made it out alive, you now have a greater purpose in life. All you gotta do is just figure that shit out. You're now you've made it out. But at that time, bro, if we're talking biblically speaking, right? In that time frame, there should be salvation in between where the nukes go off, right? And in between whenever everything kind of settles down. There should be some kind of like holy salvation in between there, like the I forget what it's called, the tribulation saints. No, well, kind of like the rapture, but they're called the tribulation saints. It's what happens after the rapture. So if you miss the rapture and you still have faith in Jesus Christ, then you can still be saved, but you're just gonna have to fight your way through it. You know what I mean? You have to, kind of like martyrism and like martyrism and all that kind of shit. But anyway, if you find yourself in a bunker, right, and you're still alive after all of it is said and done, I feel like you will have a greater purpose in that time, bro. That's what I feel like. So if you go through all the trouble of investing in preserving life and investing in protection and preparedness, I feel like it'll pay off in the end, because then you will have another purpose. It's kind of like Moses. Yeah, actually, it's kind of like it's exactly like Moses. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, it's exactly like Moses. Moses posed a greater role after all that shit was said and done. So it's like, just look at it like that, bro. There's always a story in the Bible that is so relatable, bro, in a situation that's going to answer your questions, bro. There's always a story like that. Always a fucking story. That's how good God is, bro. His word follows every situation, bro. And his word answers every question. That's the goodness in God, bro. 2,000 years later, bro. 2,000 years later, and his word answers every fucking question. And you cannot say that's not a miracle. You can't say that's not, you know what I mean? That's a coincidence. You can't say that shit. Yeah. Temp, I'm in a sim game right now, man. I'm still streaming. I'm gonna do this quick sortie right quick, and then I'm leave and join you. No, I'm playing sim, bro. What the? But yeah, man, like I said, bro, I hope they work it out, man, cause I don't know if we need Pakistan as much as we need India, but we definitely need India though. Yeah, I think a lot of countries do all that. I know we get most of our medicine. I know we get most of our medicine from China though, like our off the shelf medicine and shit, like ibuprofen. That's from China and India, and some of it's from India too. So Germany. No, I ain't know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, my cousin. That's another thing I'm worried about, bro. Like, I'm not rich enough to get like a whole like stock of like medicine, but like my cousin, bro, he's on dialysis. He's blind. He's got his like toes amputated and all that. He got diabetes, but so like I don't have like insulin for him if in case like we need to like bug out somewhere and just hold it down for a minute. There's no medicine for him, bro. So it's like he'd be dying slowly, but like I can't help to think about that kind of stuff, bro. Like I just gotta like think about it, bro, and just be kind of like prepared for it mentally before anything. Bro, I literally told Temp this yesterday, bro. Like I'm the type of person to like carry a fucking fire extinguisher in a car. You know what I mean? Like, but people don't do that. People do not do that in America. Yeah. But if y'all see me out in public, bro, like y'all would definitely be giving me a side eye for sure. Nah, bro, the way I dress, dude, is it's definitely not like how you dress by any means. What you mean? Oh, sausage. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it really, bro. I mean, it would though, bro, because this is simply because like it's either combat pants or jeans, right? It's either like a OD green like fishing shirt or like a BDU shirt, or I'm just wearing this full BDUs, bro. And like I don't give a fuck what people say or think. Like I mean, like, I'm minding my business. I'm not here to harm you. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. I don't know. That's just how I see things, but I don't know. I'm a protector, bro. I definitely got a protector mindset, like like Papa Bear mindset, but people just don't. They just interpret me a little bit differently, and I get it. I get it. And then I got my tan combat boots that I wear too, and then they see that they're like, oh, he's a Marine. No, I'm not a Marine yet. Probably won't never be a Marine. I'll probably be Navy before Marine, but I definitely want to do National Guard. What you mean? Navy is gay, but I like the Army. I like the Army. Yeah.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Returning to the base.
Yeah, man, I know, right? I was just talking about that on stream, bro. I was literally just talking about that shit on stream. Literally. That is crazy. I'm playing 9.3 or 9.7 Air right now, or Air Sim. I mean, bro, right now for some reason I'm having like I've never had this issue, but now I'm having an issue at locking people or not. I have an issue with finding them on radar whenever they have their radar off, and I don't know why, but they're always sneaking up on me now, and it's kind of pissing me off. Yeah, but it always finds them way too late, bro. Like it always is. It's I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I just always blame it on the game. I use a mix of all of them, bro. Like I'm using you talking about the radar mode, right? I'm using so like okay, they might ping me on radar, and then I vector myself to them, right? And then I'm turning my radar on, my TWS, and I'm trying to find them, but I don't find them. I'm going low. I'm gonna hit the deck, and then I'm gonna pop back up, so that way do a pop up attack just in case they went high in the cons. So I go high and I go back low, and then by the time I go back down low, like the second time, they are already like within like 10 miles. So then I go to ACM mode, and when I go to ACM mode, then I still can't find them, but they done pinged me on my radar, on RWR, and then I still can't find them on radar, and then I got merged with them, and then I either kill them in the merge or they kill me. So I don't know. A little bit weird. It's on. I got it all on stream, bro. But again, I don't make content to like entertain anybody, bro. This is literally just the archive shit that I do during the day, man. Just interesting shit. But the content I'm making right now is literally just it's for public consumption. You know what I mean? It's to get like some clicks, but it's not to entertain you or make you feel it any kind of way. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the goal of my content. That's really not. Like it's really just for me to look back on and laugh at, to be honest. That's what happens. No, I talk to myself all the time, bro. Like off stream. Right. No, spiritually, bro, like you're not talking to just yourself, bro. You're talking to a bunch of demons and a bunch of angels, bro. Spiritually. That's what happens when you talk to yourself, bro. I mean, think about it, bro. Who else are you talking to? If you really want to talk to yourself, you can do that. You can do it in your head. You can talk to yourself in your head if you really want to do that.
Follow me.
Just think about it, bro. It's not something to think about. The shit that we call air is probably isn't really air. It's probably just consciousness. It's probably the Holy Spirit. But we just call it oxygen and air.
Follow me.
I seen something on it wasn't on like it wasn't on mainstream news, but I seen something on some kind of media source talking about how they was planning on dimming the sun and spreading like aerosol out in the air and shit like that. And it was called like the Satan 2 pro or no the Satan program or something like that. I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, I wouldn't say they couldn't do that. I mean, I'm just gonna say that it's a possibility. But I mean, who knows? Be prepared for it. All right, I'm out of my game, Pimp. Out of the game. Thank you, sir. all the way out. Damn. Wait, what's the BR? What y'all doing again? Oh shit. Hello? I can't see y'all BR on the thing here. Oh, okay. I just read it up there.